It speaks about your ability. You're ready to bounce back, however difficult the situation is. Then you come up with a new way to navigate your own life. You see in adversity, you see challenges, and you are very well set in your mind. First you need to change your mindset. You're very well set in your mind that how you have to go ahead when it comes to moving ahead, keeping all the challenges aside. So that is resilience, bouncing back. And this is one word which has been used, I think, number of times during the pandemic. But now each one of us, we have bounced back the pandemic and we are here together. Now, let me take you to a different mindset altogether. This is based on research that to reach 50 million users, these products that I'm going to talk to you about now, how much time did they require? For airlines to reach 50 million users, it took 68 years. For automobile, it took 62 years. For telephone, 50 years. Electricity, 46 years. Credit card, 28 years. Television, 22 years. ATM, 18 years. Computers, 14 years. Cell phone, 12 years. Internet, 7 years. iPod, 4 years. YouTube, 4 years. Facebook, 3 years. Twitter, 2 years. And Pokemon, just 19 days. So when I say this, what I really want to tell you is we have learned how to move ahead, right? To reach to 15 million people or to reach to 15 million users, Pokemon just took 19 days. So this is how we move ahead. And that is what resilience is all about, moving ahead, irrespective of however the situation is, and coming out with the innovative ideas. Now, what is resilience basically? As I told you, it is your ability to bounce back. You work through the challenges. You do not see challenges as obstacles. You overcome them. And trust me, each one of you will have a story of resilience. Whatever life you have lived till now, how many summers you have seen, whatever is your age, there were times when there were challenging moments. There were times when you felt that, oh, I cannot do it, but you still did it. That was your moment of resilience. That was your moment of overcoming challenges and moving ahead. So in the word of Aristotle, if I'll have to tell you, anyone can become angry. We all do, right? So it is very, very easy to become angry. But to become angry with the right person, to the right degree, at the right time, for the right purpose, and in the right way, that is simply not easy. So you need to know when you have to show which kind of emotion. You need to know when you need to be angry. You need to know when you need to let things go. When you master these skills, you truly become a resilient person. So when we talk about resilience, and if I'll give you 1 minute to think about, I think most of you might have some story of being resilient. Think about the moment. Were there times when you wanted to give away, when you wanted to give up, when you thought life has come to an end, but still you went ahead? Just one moment. Think about it and write in the chat box. Think about it. When was the time when you really wanted to give away? You thought that, no, this is what it is. I can't go ahead of this. But then life told you, no, let's move ahead. Were there these kind of moments in your life? You can just write yes or no. That is just to set the tone of the entire session. So I'll know that, yes, each one of you had your own battle and each one of you were willing to come out of that. So the sessions need to be interactive so it becomes, good for the speaker also. So what we can't control, that is one thing. What we can't control, we feel, okay, this is the situation, it is beyond my control. But how you are responding to the situation, that is completely in your hand. So yes, you cannot control the situation, but you can control how you respond. And that is what is important. So quickly, let me take you, it is a walkthrough time for 10 ways to build resilience. And I can see written in the chat box, yes. Oh, when I had gone through the phase of operation for tumor, yes, there are times when our health is not proper. There are times when we feel, okay, this has happened to me. Maybe this is the most difficult time of my life. But then We do not give up. We move ahead. That is what is the best quality about being human. Now, how are the ways that we can build this resilience? First is make connection. It is very important that we make good relation, make connections with people, with our family members, with friends, with others. It is very, very important because we are social animals. We are human beings. We cannot live in isolation. We need to have people around us. But how will we have people around us if we are not willing to make connection? So this is what you need to know is invest your time and efforts in making connection. Second is avoid seeing crisis as insurmountable problem. Crisis is not something that is going to take away everything from your life. Pandemic came, COVID hit us badly, but we all sailed through. So at times crisis come for good. Crisis has told us this learning can happen through online mode also, which we never thought about. So we have to see crisis as a situation which is challenging us, forcing us to do something which we have never done. So it is said, do not waste good crisis. Whatever kind of the crisis it is, consider that it is good to experiment something, to experience something, and to move ahead with the determination that yes, we have to overcome it. So it is not a kind of problem which cannot be eliminated. So you can't change the fact that there will be time you will be highly stressful, there will be events which will be highly stressful, but you can change how you interpret and respond to this event. Something happened which was extremely, extremely, extremely disruptive, but how do you respond to it? Do you respond to it with anxiety, with anger, with frustration? If you do that, that negative emotion will stay with you. If you will interpret it, why this happened, is there something else that I can do so that this will not happen again? So how do you respond to the situation makes you a resilient person. Now, accept that change is a part of living. As we always say that change is the only universal constant. So why don't we accept that change is a part of our living? Sometimes it is very difficult for us to change from one place to another, change from one city to another, change from one job to another. We find change the most difficult thing to embrace. The early we learn that change is there, change is going to come in our life. We also see different changes in our life, right from your childhood to your adulthood to the third phase of life. We always see different kind of change. Our body change, our gesture change, our relationship change. So we need to accept change with open arms and open heart. So the moment we start accepting circumstances that we cannot change, then it helps us to focus on circumstances that we can alter. See, there will always be two kinds of circumstances. One, which we cannot change at all. And second, wherein we can at least alter it. We can see that, okay, some amount of work, if I'll do on this particular circumstances, the situation will change. So how you are viewing the situation and how you are responding to the situation definitely lies in your hand. Next, move towards your goal. We all have goals in our life. You will have short-term goal, you will have long-term goal. You need to be very focused that you have to move towards your goals. If you deviate from your goals, then there will be many situations which will pull you. They will not allow you to go towards your goal. You have to be very, very focused. Have a timeline for yourself. This is the timeline when I'm going to achieve my short-term goals. This is the timeline when I'm going to achieve my long-term goals. So the moment you start developing this skill, then accomplishing anything becomes much more easier for you. So do something regularly. You need to set your goals. You have to do something regularly, however small it might be. If you want to go to gym and you are not able to go, for an example, start walking. Start walking 1,000 steps, 2,000 steps, 3,000 steps, however small it is. If you have a realistic goal, you can start achieving it again, one step at a time. Start with small and ensure that you are accomplishing it. This will help you to move towards your goal. Small steps will lead to the larger step. That is what you need to do when you are focused. But what is very important is your goal needs to be realistic. If your goal is something which is unrealistic, unchaseable, then however efforts you will do, you won't be able to chase it. Moving ahead, you need to take decisive action. Just don't keep on thinking that, yes, I have to do it. You need to take actions, and action should be something which will give you result. So these actions are very important. They will bring you out of the situation. Sometimes we keep on thinking, okay, what to do? How do I come out of the situation? So rather than thinking how, what, where, when, take action and stand by your actions. So take decisive actions rather than detaching completely from the problem. There are a lot of problems. You are stressed with that. Do not just hide yourself. Do not just go away. Be there, take actions and move ahead. Look for opportunities for self-discovery. We need to find out who we really are. When you discover your own self, you are able to handle the situation. So people often learn something about themselves and may find that they have grown in some respect as a result of the struggle and adversity. If each one of you have overcome some of the struggle, some of the challenge, or some of the adversity, trust me, you will have a story to tell that, okay, this was my situation. And, I did not give up. That is what you have to do. And that will help you grow internally. You will be able to take decision more firmly in the similar situation if life will throw you in this kind of situation. Next is, do we really nurture the positive view for ourselves? It's very, very important that you need to have the learner's mindset. You need to have a winner mindset, that you look for positive in everything. In the most negative situation also, if you will see, you will find something which is positive, which is worth considering, which is worth celebrating. So developing confidence in your own ability to solve problem and trusting your instinct will help you build resilience. For that, you need to have a winner mindset. You have to see positivity in everything. There is positivity around if you have that mindset. Start developing that mindset. Next is, keep things in your perspective. You have to be very clear when we are talking about your perspective. Sometimes will be there when you are facing very painful event. Try considering the situation, a stressful situation in a broader context. That, okay, you are here in your house with your family members, you're facing a difficult situation, you just have to take care of your family. Now, if I go to a broader context about you only, you are facing the similar situation where your family is not there to support you, where no friend of yours is there, and you are alone trying to overcome that. Things might be worse than what it is right now. So whatever you have right now, you need to be grateful about that and look for the long-term problem solving perspective. Okay, this is the problem. I could solve it in a smaller perspective with everyone's effort. What will happen when the perspective will be big, when the situation will be big, when the situation will be different and I will be alone. So you have to consider different situation and develop a long-term perspective. In small term, I was able to do this, but in long term, what I have to do, that goal should be very, very clear in your mind. Maintain a hopeful outlook. Very important that we need to have this hope. Hope keeps us going. Try visualizing what you want rather than worrying about what you fear. Every morning when you get up, visualize what you want. Be hopeful about the kind of tomorrow that you want, and the tomorrow will be yours. You need to manifest it. You need to visualize, manifest, and trust me, it will be yours. So rather than sitting where you are and fearing about the situation, try visualizing whatever you want for yourself. And this is very, 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 very important. Take care of yourself, because taking care of your own self is not selfishness. Usually we take care of our family, our friends, our office colleague, everyone, but we do not take care of ourselves. First thing that you have to do in your life is take care of yourself, because again, I'll repeat, taking care of yourself is not selfishness. If you are healthy, if you are happy, if you're mentally, physically, emotionally strong, you'll be able to provide support to everyone who is around you. So what you need to do is you need to pay attention to your own needs first, your own feelings, and engage in the kind of activities that give you joy, that give you enjoyment, that those activities that you feel, okay, they are relaxing, it is making you calm. One way to achieve it is exercise regularly, because when you exercise, the kind of motivation you get towards your body, towards your feeling, towards your entire surrounding, that is something that will take you ahead. That gives you a escalation kind of feeling that yes, I am doing something for my own self. So I'm giving you now 10 quick tips. This is just like a revision. 10 quick tips how you can build your resilience. Okay, so when we talk about tip number one says you need to take care of your body, that I was talking about just now. How do you do that? Your diet and nutrition, eat healthy food, exercise, any kind of activity and exercise, take out time for yourself, and sleep and rest. It is very important to take rest. It is very important to have at least 8 hours of sleep, whatever work schedule you have, but sleep and take rest. My tip number two is live to learn. You need to have this learner's mindset. And as per Forbes report also, the highest order 21st century skill is the skill to learn, the learnability attitude. So we need to be lifelong learner. The more we learn, the better version of ourselves we become. My tip number three is engage in random acts of kindness. Do something good for others, and trust me, good will come back to you. So have open heart, receive it from others, and give willingly. So kindness pays in the longer run. If life is a boomerang, whatever kind deed you have done, the kind deed will come back to you. My tip number four is bring humor into your life. We all are humans. We want to be happy. The basic purpose of our existence is to be happy. If we do not have a happy and healthy life, then we'll keep on sulking throughout. So bring humor into your life. The more humor is there, the more happy and healthy you are. Tip number five, little difficult, but yes, we need to learn to accept. Every time we might not be right. Every time the situation might not be the way we want. We need to accept it willingly. The more willingly we accept, the better we'll be able to overcome that. My tip number six is make your own reality. So suppose, for example, if you have unhelpful thoughts, plus you have negative feeling, then the kind of person you are becoming, that is self-defeating behavior. You are defeating your own self because of your thoughts and your feeling. Can you change it to helpful thoughts, plus add your positive feelings? Then it is the most constructive behavior that is coming out of you. And that is what will make you a resilient person. My tip number seven is be aware of the self-destructive thinking. Yes, we all have self-destructive thinking. We don't need anyone from outside to come and destruct us. We can do that on our own because we have this destructive thinking. We turn the situation into catastrophe. How? Because we keep on thinking negative, black and white thinking, wherein we are just thinking, okay, this will happen, that will happen. If I'll do something, this bad thing will happen. We personalize and start associating anything negative that happens to anyone else with our own self. Okay. We overgeneralize situation. It is like we mind read people, that people are only thinking negative about us, and we become a selective listener. We only listen to what is negative. We do not see positivity in anything. We see negativity in each and every situation. So when we do that, we are actually falling into the destructive thinking. So overcome that. Do not let it happen to you. Do not make things so worse that it will become difficult for you to become a positive person again. So my tip number 8 is plant optimistic thoughts. Be grateful to everyone. Have a gratitude journal. Express your gratitude to anyone that you want to have, and focus on the positive aspect of life. Again, I will repeat, in any negative or the worst situation, there can be something positive. If I talk about pandemic as the worst and the negative situation, the positive is we all are alive. We understood the importance of our ecosystem. We understood that, yes, we have to move ahead if we want to teach our children, if we want to learn ourselves. We really do not have to wait for the schools to open. We have to move ahead and embrace technology. Now, I have at least 3 good things happening to me right now. How many times do we think that? All of you who are sitting out there, can you think of at least 3 good things that are happening to your life right now? Do we really think about that? Any 3 good things that's happening to your life right now? Can you think about that? Can you write in the chat box any good 3 things that you think is happening to your life right now? Anything that comes to your mind. Any 3 things that's happening to you. And whether you are ready to embrace that or not. Are you willing to learn from that? Are you happy with that? If you can write in the chat box. Any 3 good things that's happening to your life right now. It can be I'm sitting at home and I'm learning something, or I just got promotion, or I had a wonderful breakfast, or the coffee that I'm drinking is very nice. So just if you don't want to write the kind of things, oh yes, my life on track, my child and my husband, wonderful. Anything else. Can you think about positive things happening to your life? Is there anything positive that is happening to your life? Or is everything that you see is negative? See, when you write, you start thinking positive. Oh, stable home, support from God, I am doing what I love, good career, learned guitar after much practice, can resolve my mental problem, came across my way. Wonderful. So what is happening when you start thinking positively? Positive things happen to you. So it all starts from the mindset. Everything is there in our mind. So start with a positive mindset and you will see that everything that you're doing is falling into place because it is positive. Your thoughts have the power to change everything around you. So have positive thoughts and have positive life. Moving ahead, my 9th tip is identify your strength and enhance them. Somebody said that I overcame the mental issues. Somebody said I learned guitar. So identify what you want. Similarly, identify what is your core strength, whether communication is your strength, or say positive thinking is your strength, or resilience is your strength, or embracing change is your strength. Identify and enhance it. Take it to the higher level. Yes, this is your strength. Take it to a higher level. So my 10th tip and the last tip from the tip bouquet is take action to build your resilience. Now you know your strength, you know everything about you. What is waiting for you to take action? Again and again, few things I'll repeat. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Reach out for help. There is entire world ready to help you. You help others and the world will help you. So we need to reach out. We need to give help so that we can get help. Work on being positive and optimistic. It is very easy to fall into the negative thoughts and become a negative person. But try doing something which is more challenging, which is little difficult, right? To stay positive. Do that. Use your strength for your advantage. These are your strengths. Use them for your advantage and take control of your mind, your body, your thoughts. It is very important. Till the time you will not learn to take control of that, then you will be in the same cycle of negative thoughts. And as it is said in Sanskrit, yad bhav tad bhavti. The way you think, so shall be. So if you're thinking negative, negative will happen. If you're thinking positive, positive will happen. There are 12 powerful words I want to give you to each one of you. And these powerful words, if you embrace in your life, if you make them a part of your life, trust me, you will be the most resilient person in this world. My first word is grateful. Are you grateful about everything that is happening in your life? Do you express your gratitude in the morning when you wake up? That yes, I am alive. I have a beautiful life. I have a family. I have a job. I have food to eat. I have a shelter. I have everything. I'm grateful to my life. I'm grateful to the world. I'm grateful to my family. I'm grateful to the God. The more grateful you are, the more willingly you express your thankfulness. Trust me, you are becoming more and more optimistic person, and you will face any adversity in life in a most positive manner because you are willing to express your gratitude to every situation, however negative the situation is. You are saying, thank you, God, for this situation. Situation might be worse than this. I will overcome this situation too. So that is how you become a positive person. My second word is courageous. You need to be courageous. क्योंकि कहते हैं ना, डर के आगे जीत है. जब तक आप डरेंगे नहीं, आप में वो करेज नहीं आएगा. And the moment you get the courage, you need to move ahead, because a courageous person is the one who can face adversity, who can overcome uncertainty. You have to do that. Otherwise, we are nicely sitting in our own comfortable zone. We are complacent because everything is good in our life. We have a job, we have income, we have good family. When we have everything, we sometimes lose our courage. We need to be ready for something that is called anti-fragile mindset. That is, what if things will become worse? How am I going to face it? Do I have that kind of courage? Do I have the strength, the willingness to reach to my goal, whatever is the situation? So courage is a crucial part in building up your resilience. If you do not have courage, you won't be able to take decisive action. If you do not have courage, you won't be able to think out of the box and do something which the world is not doing. So you need to be courageous and you need to have confidence and trust in your own ability. My next word is limitless. You are limitless. Each one of you who is sitting in this Zoom room today, you are limitless. But are you able to feel it? Do you really feel that I am limitless? Or you have set the boundaries of fear, danger, risk around you? We do that. We stay in that cocoon or in that box where we are very comfortable. That is our comfortable zone. We do not want to come out of it. But trust me, the moment you come out and you see this beautiful sky, look up and you will see abundance. And that abundance is you. You are limitless because you have limitless potential. But do you trust in that? Or fear is keeping you away? Or your anger is keeping you away? Or the fear of uncertainty and failure is not letting you go? The day you will believe that, yes, I am limitless, there is nothing that I cannot do. Yes, fear will be there, but I'll face it with courage. Yes, negative thoughts will be there, but I will replace it with positive thoughts. If you will start doing it, if you will start practicing it, trust me, you will overcome all the situation. And every time you will feel that, yes, there is something that is aspiring you to move ahead. So you are limitless. Believe in your ability. My next word is grit. I mean, grit is something which is courageous, which makes you passionate, which makes you perseverant to do something. These are the crucial qualities of a leader, of a person who wants to be resilient. Grit helps you to deal with any crucial, any adverse situation with a lot of confidence, and that is the intelligent way to drive towards success. So you need to be a person who has this passion, who has this quality of grit. So you are never giving up. You are never ignoring anything. You do whatever it is needed to get it done right, and you redo if it is necessary, and you give your 100% or more than 100% to achieve your goal. That is what grit is. Next is open-minded. An open-minded person is always willing to learn. You do not stop your learning, and you do not feel that, okay, say I am the boss, so I know everything. No, we learn from everyone. We learn from our juniors, we learn from our subordinate, we learn from our family, we learn from nature, we learn from world, we learn from everyone. But do we have that open-mindedness? Do we welcome new ideas? So when you are an open-minded person, you're willing to accept new ideas, you're willing to express, you're willing to embrace change. And that helps you during the adverse situation. Then you start seeing troubles in a very, very different manner. And then you approach them with a very different mindset. And that is what is needed. There will be troubling times. There will be times which are really negative. But this approach of open-mindedness to embrace new and to fight with the adversity will keep you going. My next word is being fearless. When you are courageous, you need to become fearless also. So when you are fearless, then again, you know that, yes, you have to come out of this negative mindset or negative attitude or negative situation. You develop your own mental strength. You develop your own strength to overcome any of the situation, because you know that, yes, I can do it. So, all these words that I'm giving you are interconnected to each other. So a fearless person understands that fear is there. डर तो है, but as I told you, डर के आगे जीत है. That is what you understand. So yes, we need to be nervous. We need to feel the fear. We know there is fear, but how will that fear help me to grow? That is what is resilience. So the next word that I want to give you is fortitude. Now the fortitude is the word that is like in the most toughest of the situation. Fortitude will show you the route to get over it, to overcome that. So yes, there will be situation when there will be pain, adversity, and that will be life's greatest conflict. But enduring these challenges and enduring these challenging situations with fortitude is one of the most important and one of the best way to handle adversity and be resilient. And that is what we have to do. So we have to find courage. We need to be mentally strong. We need to be physically strong. We need to let go all that negative self-talk that we do. We keep on talking in our mind, everything negative about the situation. So we need to let it go and we need to embrace fortitude, because this will help you deal with any adversity in the longer period. And because you have embraced this one quality, trust me, during the times when you feel like giving up, fortitude will never let you give up. It will tell you situation is tough, but then you are tougher than the situation and you can overcome it. My next word is self-reliant. So being self-reliant means you're not dependent on others for your happiness. You can look for happiness everywhere. You can derive your own happiness and you keep everyone happy around you. You're not dependent on others to overcome the situation. You're not dependent on others to face challenges, because you yourself are confident enough to face challenges, face your fear. You're not worried about how the world is judging you. You know that you are doing right. You have the quality of this resilient person or resilient leader who is willing to take decision during the most conflicting time. And you are the one who is leaving his or her impact on other people. So become a self-reliant person who do not look for happiness outside. You can derive your happiness from your within. My next word to give you is insightful. So how insightful are you? This one particular word, insightful, or to become an insightful person, this is really a necessary trait, because that will provide you wisdom and intelligence during the times of uncertainty. There will be a lot of uncertain times in our life, but those times are the times when we have to think out of the box. We have to look for some creative solutions. And that is what is making you become more and more resilient day by day. So when you are insightful, you become a solution-oriented person, not just a person who is only cribbing about the situation. So rather than situation-oriented person, you become the solution-oriented person. Rather than looking for the difficulty, you look for the answers. So rather than doubting your own self, you know your self-worth, you know your capabilities, and you are ready to change the situation with your own capabilities, with your own insight. Moving ahead, my next word is independent. Being an independent person gives you that strength and courage that, yes, I can do it, that confidence. So that is really needed for resilient mindset. If you are not independent, if you are still dependent on the entire world to take your decisions, to speak on your behalf, to work on your behalf, how will you become resilient? So what is needed is you are an independent person. You have the control about on your mental situation, your physical situation. You trust your own capabilities, you trust your own ability, and you keep on discovering what traits that you possess. When you do that, you come closer, and very closer to success. Next is hope. Hopeful. Without hope, there is nothing. When we get up in the morning, we get up with some hope. This is what will happen today. So hope keeps us going. Do not ever let it go away from your life. However bad the situation is, however tough the situation is, if you have hope, you will overcome it. Without hope, resilience cannot exist. So hope is one of the key trait for resilience, because you are hopeful about something which will happen good. You always hope for good. Then moving ahead, it is initiative. Are you the person who wait for other to take the initiative and then you follow, or you are the one who is willing to take the initiative, who is willing to walk the talk? Yes, there are uncertain situations. Yes, there are outcomes which are not the way we were looking for. But do you have that kind of mental strength and stamina and confidence? And do you trust your own self to take initiative? Yes, I will take initiative. I'll take decision and I will go towards the right direction. There will be difficulty. Things will be unpredictable, but I trust my own instinct. I trust my own self. And as a leader, I will take initiative so that I can take everyone around and we sail through the situation. So be the person in the room who is ready to take the initiative rather than the person who wait for others to take the initiative and then follow. This brings me towards the end of the presentation. That is, you need to be strong. If you are physically, mentally, emotionally not a strong person, then you cannot be a resilient person. So, resiliency means the power to keep going. You cannot give up. Situations will be adverse. That is what life is. Giving up will break you. Going ahead with the right kind of mindset, being resilient, bouncing back, however difficult the situations are, will make you who you want to be. So I want to present this small video about how you being optimistic, positive, hopeful can change the world. So let's see this video. Do let me know if you're not able to hear the volume.
सर आपके लिए उस पार कार का इंतजाम किया है सर आइए सर चल चल
So this is the child who is true example of being a resilient person. The child who was ready to initiate the change. The child who was ready to take the path which was not conventional. When the world was waiting for somebody to come and take the initiative, the child was willing to take the initiative. So keep that child alive in you. Because the moment we become adult, we mask ourselves. We do not do something which naturally we want to do. We start thinking, what will that person say? What will this person say? And that keeps us in the cocoon. So let the child inside you be alive. Take initiative, come out of your comfortable zone, take care of yourself. And the world is waiting for people like you who will change it. And change begin from within. So be resilient, If this is the rubber band which I showed you in the beginning, I can pull it as much as I want, but it will still come back to a situation. Bounce back. Life will throw us in different situations which are completely negative. But how can you come back? It's very simple. Have the resilient mindset, and nobody can stop you. So be you, be unique, be your own version, and keep on making yourself better and better by being resilient. Thank you so much. Now I'm open for any questions.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really a wonderful session to have with you. There are a few questions which I want to put up, if you allow me.
Yes, please.
Okay. The first question is resilience is a skill?
See, resilience is skill also, and resilience is mindset also. So how do you bounce back? Bouncing back is a skill. When the situation is telling you to give up, if your mind is telling you, yes, I have to do it, so it's a skill. You can acquire the skill. Maybe we are not born with the skill, or maybe the skill is there within us, but we haven't identified it, but we can sharpen it. We can sharpen the skill by thinking in a different manner, by looking at positive aspect in any negative aspect. So resilience is a mindset. Resilience is a skill. Resilience is something that can be sharpened again and again and again.
So if there is a situation when anyone could not bounce back or could not have a resilience in his life, then how that person should come up with?
See, there will be always, life always gives us two options. One is the situation is bad and we are there in the situation, we are sulking and we do not want to come out. Tell me, there are so many success stories of people who were in the most adverse situation in their life. Okay, let me take an example of a lot of cancer patients. When they have this willingness that yes, they want to fight back, they do survive, and there are beautiful success stories. This is one aspect. When there are people who were in the situation wherein they thought that life has come to an end, they are not willing to give up, they survive. So it's all depends upon, again, your mindset. See, if your mindset is ready to accept this situation and then improvise from there, you will be a winner. If your mindset accept the situation and you start thinking, oh, this is what has happened to me, now this, it will be like this only, I will not be able to overcome. So that negative self-talk that starts in your mind, that deteriorates the situation, and you are most of the time not able to overcome that. So again, as it is said, yad bhav tad bhakti, the way we think, so shall be. An entire universe is there to listen to us. If we throw something positive to the universe, the positive comes back to us. So when the situation is worst, that time it is important to have positive self-talk, because your talks will be answered. You ask for positivity, positivity will come. If you ask for negativity, negativity will embrace you.
The next question is, how resilience is associated with our personality traits?
Oh, it is. I mean, if there are, say, 100 people in the room, you will be able to find out who is the resilient person, because this person will have a positive outlook. The person will have a lot of confidence in himself or herself. The person will not wait for anyone to come and initiate the dialogue. Will go and initiate the dialogue, okay, with anyone. So you will be able to identify a person who is open-minded, who is ready to learn from you. So for example, if I being associated to a school and I say, I being the director principal, I know everything, I think I'm not a resilient person, because I'm not open-minded. I'm not welcoming new ideas. If every day I go and I learn from my students, from my colleagues, from my teachers, I am taking that thing. So you will feel in the persona of the person that this person in the most negative situation is also thinking about how to overcome it. You will see the hope in that person, rather than telling, oh, now it is worse and let not discuss about it because we might worsen the situation more. So these things are your personality traits.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful answers, the doubts which the audience have in their minds. I think everyone's doubt has been cleared. If any more questions is there, please feel free to connect with us. And we will definitely contact you with the Negi ma'am for more updates and more feedbacks or more information regarding the resilience. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful session.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have a wonderful morning with you. And thank you to all the attendees from whichever part of the world you are attending. Keep learning, because learning is one of the key traits of being resilient.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to request everyone to please put on your cameras so that we can have a screenshot. Everyone, please put on your cameras. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful session.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead.
The feedback form will be shared in the chat box in a minute. The feedback form will be shared in the chat box. It will be available or applicable only for 6 hours. Please fill the form within a time. Kindly fill the feedback form within 6 hours. Thank you for your time, and thank you for joining with us. Have a good day.